Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I messed that up a little bit, didn't I? I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you?
I am quite well, thank you.
Oh, he's keeping it short and simple tonight. All right. Hopefully that doesn't continue. But we first and foremost want to thank those that are going to join us live tonight. Please join our chat. Let us know if you have opinions on the topics we're going to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about the NCAA tournament and the basketball world that has changed with some new champions. Little indiscretion, shall we say, with maybe two married NFL people.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Let's not, again, if you're from Chicago, let's talk about the Bulls a little bit and that situation, as well as the Colorado Avalanche. Big story coming out of them out west there, and we'll see if it may affect their cup chances. But before we get started, Ron, we always like to thank those that continue to help Sports Unfolded grow and get heard and seen in thousands of different places. So if you don't mind, starting with our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Sure, Eric. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
We also want to thank. I don't know what's going on with me today.
Tank.
A tank. Tanks or no tanks, see? Yeah, put it up there. Now I can't. We also want to thank those in Dallas, Georgia, WDJY 99.1 FM for your support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E15 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there as well. And all of you that are out there that are going to join us live tonight, we thank you as well. So, Ron, you know what I did for the first time today? DoorDash.
What did you do for the first time?
DoorDash. I've never done it before.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it exciting?
You know, the funny thing is, if you don't go through the app and you go through the app for the restaurant, it's a little different, I guess. Or I would assume it's different. Because at the end, it's like they automatically tip the driver. And they charge your delivery fee on top of it. And then, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a little different. I don't know. Is it the same if you go through the DoorDash app?
I don't know, but it's just expensive to do that.
It is. I was being extremely lazy tonight. I did not feel like getting out of the house. I was like, I'll pay the little extra fee. I'll pay it. So something different.
How much was the extra fee?
$7 to tip the driver, and I think it was $6 for the delivery.
I don't know if that's
itself.
worth it.
It might not be, but I didn't have to get out.
I mean, what if you're ordering like McDonald's or something like that?
Well, it was KFC, so it wasn't even anything fancy.
So it was something like that.
Yeah.
So again, I say it's not worth it.
Probably not. But when you get that lazy, sometimes you just do some silly things. But it was a first for me. Probably a last, but definitely a first. All right. Tanks or no tanks. Tanks but no tanks. Season 6, episode 15 tonight. We are going to start off with our leadoff story. The NCAA basketball tournaments have concluded, and we have some champions. UCLA Bruins, the ladies, and a phenomenal job in the Michigan Wolverines. Both champions. Ron, let's start with the men's side. Things that you saw. So Michigan defeats Connecticut 69-63. Thoughts on the game? Thoughts about how they played, how Connecticut played, and what do you think that ultimately the fact is with them winning?
Well, Michigan just has too many offensive weapons, and just UConn just can't. They just can't stop all of them, and that is the problem with it. You can shut down an aspect of their game, but you can't close it off completely. And if you're not going to shoot as well, it's not a recipe for victory.
Manny, thanks for joining. Yeah, I will say size matters when it comes to basketball, and Michigan definitely had control of the painted area. One of the things that UConn did extremely well getting to the championship was the ability to throw it down low and allow Reed to honestly, just utilize his footwork, and they couldn't do it with the bigs for Michigan. No. You had to be able to shoot the three well. They shot 27.3% in that game, 30% overall in the game. You're not going to make it. They held Michigan to 13% from three, UConn. So the defensive side of the ball, it was Hurley definitely wanted to try to muddy the waters, make the game slow, make it physical. He was able to do that. But as soon as Michigan imposed their will in the second half, UConn just couldn't hit their shots early. You saw that. And I think ultimately at the end of the day, that's why I say size matters, is that they couldn't stop those bigs down low.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. If you can match up with those bigs and shut their 3-point shooting down, which they did half of that. They did shut down the 3-point shooting, but they weren't able to control the paint, and that is how they ultimately won. So if you're not shooting particularly well from 3-point shooting, you're going to lose the battle.
Yeah. So that's ultimately what happened. Elliot Cadeau was the Wolverines' leading scorer, 19 points. He just announced that he's coming back next season. So that's big for the Wolverines. They are going to obviously lose some big pieces there. And then UConn, a ton of seniors on this team. So we might not see them back for a couple of years, depending on, this transfer portal now, it's kind of crazy when you hear Scottie Pippen Jr.'s kid, or Scottie Pippen's son, not Scottie Pippen Jr., but his other son, I guess, just signed a deal. Like, he has agents in college. Like, this is college basketball we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, the NIL thing has definitely changed the sport. So let's move on and talk about the ladies. Obviously, UCLA dominated South Carolina, beating them 79-51. Thoughts on that game?
Yeah, look, to pull off that win, you have to play extremely well, because you're going up against a team that just knocked off the best. And
UConn, right? 50.
Most people say that South Carolina was the better team, but you still have to go out there and play the game. And I think maybe South Carolina got so into the hype of the game before, there's a letdown. And we see this all the time in sports.
Yes.
And UCLA took advantage of that.
Yeah, listen, Lauren Betts and Gabriella Jacquez both had double-doubles. Jacquez 21-10, Lauren Betts 14-11. All 5 of their starters were in double digits, so they were getting scoring from everyone. And they held South Carolina to 29% shooting in the game, 13% from three-point range. So just defensively, they were able to shut them down. Offensively, each player was able to contribute to the victory. Great job by UCLA. This is, believe it or not, their first title in the women's basketball field, which is kind of crazy to think about when you think about UCLA.
Dare I say they mauled them on defense?
Ah, rawr. So, I mean, It's when you think about college basketball in the men's side, UCLA has been one of those most prestigious, colleges when it came to that. But I
Yeah.
didn't know that this was the first for the ladies, which was really interesting to find out.
And I'm glad for them. I like to see the underdogs win. And this was a case that it was nice to see. I love the fact that they took their championship, and you know it's nice to see that a giant can still be slayed.
Yeah, yeah, especially in college basketball, where look, a lot of these schools now they have the funds to get better players, and you're
Yeah.
seeing it consistently happen. I would ask you this though, Ron. I know, obviously, congratulations to both schools. I didn't know if you saw the end of the South Carolina UConn matchup with the ladies and the Gino Auriemma. I didn't know if you had an opinion on what happened there
I
with
always have an
with
opinion,
him
Eric.
with him and Dawn Staley.
I always have an opinion. You know this.
This is
And frankly, I'm tired of Gino thinking that he's entitled to everything. Seriously. So I could care less that he lost, and I'm happy that he did.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed, right? Because it's almost like the what, I'm just going to take my ball and leave
Yeah.
and I don't care what his. So I guess he was trying to justify it by saying she didn't shake his hand at the beginning of the game, which is like common during these games, and then there was a video showing that she did shake his hand.
Yeah.
So
Got caught.
yeah, I think overall, just poor sportsmanship. He walked
It
off the
is.
court. He didn't even, congratulate South Carolina. I thought that was a little bit, but listen, if you remember the NBA, the Jordan Isaiah Thomas, this is where that beef started. Because Isaiah Thomas and them refused to shake the hands of the Bulls when they beat them, or finally beat them. And, that was bad blood ever since. So I don't know. Again, Ariana 72, how much longer is he really going to be coaching? But I would say if anyone's a women's college basketball fan, circle that game next year if they're both still there. Because I still feel like even though they say they're trying to let it go, I think it'll come up again during that game.
Oh, it'll come up.
I got a feeling that'll be mentioned a few times. So
yeah, and I think Gino will be extra harsh, just for spite. And I'll hope for the same outcome too.
yeah, listen, at the end of the day, you've got, we say kids, but what I mean, you got young adults that obviously you're trying to mold and to become better people, and to me, that's not the way you show them how to do it, regardless of what you thought. All right, my friend. All right, anybody out there live, let us know, did your team win? Were you a fan of Michigan or UCLA? We'd love to hear from you and your thoughts. Obviously, Michigan has won it in the past. The Fab Five, that group was actually there as kind of a symbol of what was. I mean, what's that, in the '90s, early '90s, right? When they won it back then.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So,
Yeah.
and then the first time for UCLA. So, congratulations to both schools. But we're going to talk some NFL. And
Goody.
should the New England Patriots, Ron, be worried about this Mike Vrabel with Diana Rossini situation? So obviously both of these adults were caught with photos that were released this week, hugging, holding hands in a hot tub, in a swimming pool, in a hotel in Arizona, I guess a couple weeks ago. Rossini, who works for The Athletic, she's their senior NFL insider. Obviously, Mike Vrabel, the losing head coach of the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl.
There's something on an insider here.
Yeah, there's something insider. Yes. Well then, and now the show's going to go off the rails, people. This is where it starts. So stay tuned. What do you think? What do you think about this? Is it a big deal for the Patriots? obviously for the two of them, whatever happens. Hugo, thanks for joining. But
look,
I guess I'm looking at the football side first, Ron, before we get into some of the other
football side. I don't think anything happens.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's a little startling how she is the one that seems to be, with the information about, AJ Brown coming to the Patriots. I think it's interesting that she's the one that's still pursuing this.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, if that does happen, I got a feeling that Bob Kraft is going to say something to him. I don't think he's ready to pull the plug on Vrabel by no means.
No, I don't think that it's because they're doing good, so people do. So it's so exactly. Hugo's saying it's because they're doing good, so people do all this to knock them off course. I could see that. Again, I think the biggest piece here, Ron, is distractions are always critical when it comes to team sports. Think about going into the Super Bowl with the Steph Diggs thing and the chef and Barmore and his wife and the things that happened. And we kept talking about how these things are not good for team morale. When the head guy who's going to have to talk to these players about some of the things that they should and shouldn't do, does he lose credibility in that locker room now to say, hey, listen, dude, you do it. You did it. You're married to your wife for 26 years, 27 years. You did it. How does he gain the locker room back? And then obviously the trust of the organization.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be like walking on glass when the team gets back into the swing of things. And that's not that far away. It's only next month.
The draft.
He's one of the boys, but the guys coming into the locker room. Yeah. I believe May is the first workout.
Yeah, the voluntary workouts.
Right.
Hugo's saying he's one of the guys, so I could see them kind of be like, oh yeah, that's cool. But he also has to discipline these players, Hugo, when they do things like this.
Right.
And they become the distraction or they become a headline. How does he in turn be able to do that going forward? That's where my questions would be.
Look, this is going to be heavily investigated by every reporter in sports, right? There's going to be a lot more.
This story's not going away.
Now, if it comes out that nothing actually happened, then,
Sure.
But we all know that where there's smoke, there is almost always fire.
Always.
And I don't know about you, but when was the last time you were in a hot tub
with a woman
with any of your friends?
Yeah. Nah, just you, buddy, that time. And no, wait. Wow, you brought it out, man. It's your fault. No, but realistically, I agree with you. Like, the problem I'm having more than anything else is the response and rebuttal by Hugo. Yeah, there was a pretty sight there, but trust me, from both ends. Wait. So look, I think my biggest disappointment in this entire thing is the fact that Vrabel came out and he said these photos show a completely innocent interaction and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. This doesn't deserve any further response. Mike, Mr. Vrabel?
I might actually somewhat believe that.
I'd love to hear
why. This. Look, I have a very good friend that is female, and this hug here is very similar to that. It's like hugging your sister. Because if you look, they're both turning their heads away.
Yep.
And that looks like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while kind of hug.
Okay. Then the holding hands thing. You hold hands with that friend.
Well, not holding hands, but we have, arm in arm kind of thing.
All right. So you've been in hot tubs together?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. So I guess the question would be where was the line drawn that if you're just friends And it could
a
be
logical
perceived.
thing is, okay, if you're with other people, where are these people in
so,
the photos?
So that's where, again, I had the other problem, because then Rossini comes out and says the photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were hanging out during the day. Like most journalists in the NFL, reporters interact with sources away from stadiums and other venues. So are you saying, Diana Rossini, that you get in a hot tub with Andy Reid, with you know what I mean, like all these different coaches? Like, is this what we're saying happens? Other venues are like, oh, we were at a restaurant together having a meeting. You know, I don't see her, you know, Brian Schottenheimer, the Cowboys, just her in a hot tub or pool, just hanging out, dancing.
Maybe that's how she gets her information.
It may be, but again, then don't question why people are going to think there's something going on here. You don't see the whole picture, only what they show you. They show you enough. True. I still don't think. True. Okay, let me ask you this.
And there is questions of whether these photos are even
real. They're not doctored. Well, they didn't say they weren't. They could have said that too. That might have been at least a better, like, oh, somebody doctored, AI'd it. That would have been a better answer than what they said. All right, let me ask you this question, Ron. How many times do you think Mike Vrabel has held hands with Adam Schefter and was in a hot tub with him? Because according to Rossini, they often interact outside of stadiums in other venues. So him and Adam Schefter probably just hang out in the hot tub and just talk football.
Yeah, I doubt it.
This is ludicrous.
I know. I believe something's going on.
That both of them won't just admit it. Just say you're doing it. We got caught. We're not happy in our marriage, whatever it may be. Listen, then the story dies. But when you start to try to justify it with stupid comments like that, and you're a journalist, we are a bunch of idiots. And I would know not to say that. She is a professional journalist who understands that your words matter more than anything. And that's what you chose to say, is that we often meet outside of the stadium and other venues. What sources are you? So again, she put herself in a worse light by what she said, because now everybody thinks that's how you get your stories. And
because Vrabel is so loved in New England right now,
nobody cares in New England.
He's not going to get any flack from this. It's all going to be on her.
It's the sauces. Yeah. My Rhode Island, when I really get heat, it comes out more. But it's just, listen, Vrabel's problem is this. I think he loses credibility in the locker room. I don't think, obviously, to your point, the organization, what he did last season, he's not losing his job. He's not, getting suspended. They're not doing any of that. But it's just this stain now that's going to be over the organization come draft day. You know what it's going to be talked about. And then what the New England Patriots next on the clock, let's talk about their off season. Well, right, like this story's coming out.
Well, look,
when Belichick started dating
someone, you know when we're gonna know? Yeah. You know when we're gonna know? When the split happens between their spouses.
Yeah.
If that comes, then we know something happened. And nobody seems to know where these photos come from.
Yeah, that's supposedly some drone way up. I don't know.
No. This is clearly, maybe
somebody wanted
an investigator is following them around.
And I didn't realize, like, her husband is like a CEO of some company. Like, he's actually got money. Frabe's been married 20
I heard he was only average.
Yeah, you heard that story too, right? They got to bring those all out now. And then Vrabel's been married for 27
Vrabel
years.
Must be a stud.
27 years. I don't know, man. He still got it. I don't know. Yeah, Belichick, with the dating someone younger, Hugo, is a great point. I mean, how many people talked about that? That I still remember the ring.
Hey.
I still remember the Ring camera, though, that time he walked out. It was like in Nantucket, and he didn't have a shirt on. And it's like, what he was doing. But what he was doing. It's like, listen, if you're winning in the NFL, it changes everything. When you're losing and these things come out, then you see guys get bounced, right? That's when they're like, oh, we're not dealing with this. It's bad for the organization. We represent, the top tier and standards of everything we do, right? It's all crap if you're winning. It'll be like, oh, Mike made a mistake. He understands distractions with the team.
We're all Patriots.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And it just, we brush it aside. Her, on the other hand, I think is going to have a very tough time. We represent the Live Guild. Yeah.
Oh, I can do that, Hugo. Don't get me going.
I think
that was my drunk Bob Kraft.
That was pretty good. I knew what you were doing. Her credibility has gone out the window, and it's going to be tough for her in that industry to be able to overcome this.
I can almost guarantee she gets fired.
Yeah, right now they're standing by her. But to your point, I think once the spouses are involved, once, maybe there's, a divorce or something happens.
If she doesn't get the story, she's out.
Who's going to give her? Ron, let me ask you this question then. Regardless of if she keeps her job, how many coaches are going to be willing to want to talk to her now? Because now, if you think you're in with Vrabel and there's some kind of thing with the Patriots, do they think she's there to get an inside scoop for Mike Vrabel? Do they think she's there to try to see what they're doing? New England's playing the Dolphins. Oh, I got a story in Miami this week. Wait a minute. I don't know if I want her there. Because now, right, is this inside information for the Patriots? It looks bad on both ends for them.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got a credibility thing, and he's got to make sure, listen, at the end of the day, you can't have anything that ties her to your team.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just the two of them. It's a personal thing. It's whatever. Imagine she's covering a story that week and we're playing the Chargers. And she's covering a story on Justin Herbert. You don't think that all those things that back in the Patriot day, how we cheated and all these other things start to come out again?
I can't wait for the first interview with those two.
Together or separate?
Together.
Oh, you think they're going to be together? You think?
No, I mean, if she interviews him
Vrabel?
On TV.
Imagine if they interview each other about this.
We heard you sleeping with one of the reporters.
Yeah. There's been some discussion about you and a female in Arizona. Can you shed light on that, Mike? Those photos were all bull crap. You shouldn't even be talking about it. All right, Mike, let's talk about Drake May now. What? Oh, man, I can't. Well, we'll see how this story turns out. I think I agree with you.
See,
I think
now
once
I feel like the Patriots have to re-sign Stephon Diggs just so they can take the heat off of
right? It would almost be perfect. It'd almost be perfect. Like, Diggs, you're back. You're the number one bad guy now again. Here you go. There we go.
I'm the bad guy.
Everybody.
You all point your little fingers.
That's the bad guy. You need a bad guy like me. All right. Bring him back. All right. Crazy stat time.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy
man, I should have made another.
You forget every week. How about this one, Ron? Former New England Patriot quarterback Cam Newton threw 2 400-yard games in his career. Would you believe it was his first 2 games and that was it? The very first 2 games he started, he threw for 400 yards. He never did it again in his career.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? With today's passing game, how does that happen that you only had 2 in your whole career? Tell Cam nice hat. Yes.
Yeah, no, he always wears.
He always has hat. I don't know, but yeah. So he only threw 200. 2 games of 400 yards.
That's all.
That's it in his entire career, and they were both.
So he's been overrated all this time.
First 2 games of his career.
Overrated.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, Ron. It is time to move on to our starting 5.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cannot wait.
Our starting five tonight. Which NBA teams have the best chance to win the NBA Finals and become the champion? So again, obviously these are just personal opinions. I am first this week. I have 2 honorable mentions. I know you have 5. But I'm going to put the Houston Rockets because I think they could possibly, when they play well, I think they could beat anybody. The problem is they're too inconsistent, but they could do it. And the New York Knicks. Listen, at some point, that poor organization has to get over the hurdle. You would think it's going to happen. So I think they got a shot. But I like some of the other teams in the East better. But those are my 2 honorable mentions. Rockets and Knicks.
I also have 2 honorable mentions.
Holy, wait a minute. What? All right, Ron. Okay.
And neither of them are Houston or New York.
Okay.
I just think they have no chance whatsoever.
All right, I like it.
New York because they never win, and Houston too tough of a road.
Okay.
So I say that because it's going to be key here. My first honorable mention is Cleveland Cavaliers.
I could see that too. Yep. I just
they
think
got a squad that can do it.
Absolutely. Donovan Mitchell gets hurt every postseason, though.
Yes,
every single one.
I know.
I don't think it's
and that's just it. If he stays healthy,
they have a
they can come out of the East because the East can be had.
Yeah, I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite in the East. I don't.
And then my other honorable mention, you're going to be probably stunned because I just said, well, Houston won't do it because the road is too hard. But I actually have Golden State.
No way.
Look.
Really?
I just feel that they've got Steph Curry. And I know he's been injured, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he's been injured at all, to be honest with you. I don't think he has been. But all it takes is for Steph Curry to get some magic going, and he can do some great things. And I never put it past him to just light it up. Like at any given moment, the guy can get like 23s. I don't care. It just, there's always that possibility. Okay. And that's why I will never close the door as long as they have Steph Curry.
Yeah, I just think
it's far-fetched. I know. Believe me, I know. But I'm not counting him out.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's get into this list then. These are our starting 5 teams who have the best shot to win the NBA title. So at number 5 for me, they've won it before. They have the big man in the middle who is a triple threat every single night. I'm going Denver Nuggets here. I think the Denver Nuggets are the 5th best odds to win the NBA title. And we're not going against the Joker. So I went Denver Nuggets at number 5.
I also have Denver at number 5
because
he's a triple-double machine.
He is.
And the problem with facing them, especially now they have Gordon and Murray playing so well.
Yeah.
If you double Joker, you have to worry about Murray lighting it up.
Yeah.
Period.
Agreed.
If you don't double Joker, then Joker's getting 30, 16, and 12 on you. So, and is that enough to win? It might be.
It may be. So, yeah, I like it. All right. So far, so good. All right. At number 4, I got the Boston Celtics. I think the Boston Celtics, with the addition of Tatum and how he's looked, Jaylen Brown has become like, you can't even go 1A, 1B now. I think they're both 1As. That they could legitimately take over games and be able to, again, like we said, the East, I don't feel is as difficult. I think the only problem with the Boston Celtics is going to be inside if they face a team with some solid bigs, like a Cleveland, right? Where they don't match up well against bigs. But if you can shoot the ball well, Boston Celtics, my fourth team that I think are more likely to win this NBA title.
Yeah, number 4, I have Detroit.
Okay.
And I got a feeling we flip-flop these.
We may have.
I have Detroit because they're kind of, one-dimensional. I know they have Cunningham and they have Duran, but after that, it's a big drop-off. So a good defensive team can really stop the Detroit Pistons. And I think that's a team that's going to have a tough time going up against Boston, because Boston is very good defensively and they have the capabilities of covering who they need to cover. And if you shut down those two players, you're not gonna make it through. And say what you want about Derek White's 3-point shooting lately, but the man can defend.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how big the player is, he can defend. He can take on a tall task. And I think they don't match up well against Boston, and therefore I think they could lose to Boston if they have to play them.
At number 3 for me, I have the Detroit Pistons. And for all those reasons you said, I think the one thing that I've seen all season from them is mentally they're tough. Like, even when things weren't going so well and Cade Cunningham went down, they were still finding ways to win. That, I think, was important. Now that he's back and he's healthy, I think that gives them more confidence that they could take the East because they know they can win without him. Obviously, having him with them just elevates where they're at. So I went to listen, to your point, it's probably a toss-up with these two teams because they're probably the two best teams in the East. But again, I think the East, to your point, wide open. But I went Detroit number 3. Yeah,
I went Boston number 3, like I said. and Boston, look, they have a solid team, but they were exposed against the Knicks last night. And this is what I worry about. A team with a big man that can get up and down the floor, like a Karl Anthony Towns, even though he looks slow and clumsy.
Yeah.
The man can do his job. And I still think that the offense should go through him, and that's how they win a title. But that's not what's happening. He can give the Celtics a tough time. And Vucevic.
You said it right.
He struggled,
defensively. He's not
And Keita, they kept doing that pick and roll with whoever was on.
Yeah, just lob it over the top. He's too slow. Yeah.
And that's what hesitates me for putting them higher on this list. But I still think they can come out of the East, but I don't think it's going to be close after that.
Yeah. No, listen, I think the West is obviously the stronger conference. So I'm going to assume both our teams on the West are the two remaining teams on the screen. Because at number 2 for me, I had the Oklahoma City Thunder. The things they've done. First time, they said 6 teams in NBA history have won 3 straight number 1 seeds. And they've won multiple titles. So they're in good class, like with the Bulls and the Celtics and some of these teams that have done it. But I've also seen them lose to the remaining team that I put at number 1 several times. They have a difference maker on that team. But again, sometimes too, when you get to the playoffs, and I think this happened with Boston last year, you kind of take for granted the fact that you got there the year before and won it. And you think that some of it's going to be easier than it is. The West is extremely tough. They could play the Rockets. Kevin Durant could have a game. Again, you played Denver. You got the Joker. So to me, there's too many factors with Oklahoma City that they could lose, but they still have probably the second best chance to win it all as well. So I'm going with them at number 2. But I still think the West is so tough.
Yeah, I actually agree to a point with that, but I put San Antonio at number 2. And look, Wembenyama is not an easy person to cover. I mean, he is an advantage no matter what team
He's a unicorn.
they're playing.
He's a
The
unicorn.
problem with San Antonio is their bench isn't as deep as OKC's, and the backcourt isn't as consistent as OKC, and that is the ultimate cost for San Antonio in the playoffs. They go up against OKC, they're going to have a tough time handling the pressure that OKC can put on you. And when you put pressure on Wembenyama, he takes a lot of fouls. So if you keep going at him, he could possibly foul out a couple of times in that series, and that is what could be the demise of the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay. All right. So you got Spurs at 2.
Yep.
I have the Spurs at 1, and I'm going to tell you why I believe the Spurs win it all. Who do we think is going to win the MVP?
I think SGA is going to.
SGA, right?
Yeah.
We know that Wembenyama has gone on tape and said that he believes he deserves it.
Yeah.
I think that is
so
added,
does 3 other players too.
but I think that's added motivation for him come playoff time to say, okay, you wanted to give him OKC. Okay, you want to give him the MVP, even though I was the best defender in the league, right? I still averaged 25 plus points a game. I averaged a double-double. No problem. All right, I'm going to do it where it counts the most and win an NBA title. I think the motivation for him right now is already at a high. With this team, they feel like they're ready to win now. That slight with the MVP, I think, will put him over the top. That is going to be the motivating factor for him to say, okay,
yeah,
I'm going to win it.
I get that. I understand.
And he can single-handedly do it.
Brown uses.
Yeah, and he can single-handedly do it.
But the problem is SGA, he's trying to chase Michael. And I think that's the ultimate thing that he's looking at. And in order for him to do that, he has to three-peat. He has to get MVP. He has to get playoff MVP. He has to win. And out of everything that I see from his play dictates that, and he just wants to be the best. And I think he's on the road to that. And, until somebody stops him, I think he could get there. He's got a lot of teams in the way, though. I mean, let's face it, this is not an easy task.
No.
But, whoever comes out as a champion this year is going to earn it. Definitely.
He wants to be Ash Ketchum. Danny is in the house.
Danny! See, we're all excited about Danny being here.
Everyone, my Lakers beat the Warriors last night. Yeah, the Warriors without who? I'm not putting on any Lakers merchandise. That is not happening. All right. Great discussion, though, man. Good starting 5. This was fun.
Yes, and nowhere in that top 5 or honorable mention were the Lakers.
They were not. Yeah, who knows? Luka may not be back in time for the postseason. He might not play at all.
If he's not back in time for the first series, he might not see the playoffs.
Yeah, they may lose it all. Ash Ketchum. Be the very best.
Who is Ash Ketchum?
He's trying to catch him. I don't know. I guess he's... Hugo. All right, let's talk some more NBA here. Pokemon. Oh, it's a Pokemon. All right.
Oh, it's Ash from Pokemon. Well, you should have said Ash from Pokemon. We would know who you're talking about. I still don't.
Chicago Bulls season is over. for the most part. But is Billy Donovan's career as a head coach with the Bulls over as well? Is his days numbered, Ron?
Well, if he has a bull's horn in his head,
Oh,
then probably.
probably. So,
Look,
is that a
the
workers'
Chicago
comp thing
Bulls,
right there?
They didn't give him much to work with.
They absolutely are. So the talent level in Chicago, Ron, I'm gonna name their 5 highest paid players. All right.
Okay, let's go for it.
Josh Giddey, which we know Josh Giddey.
Yes.
Used to be with
Should
the
not have
OKC
drafted
Thunder.
him.
Right? Well, no, they traded for him.
Well, I'm just
from the
saying.
Thunder. Colin Sexton, Anthony Simons, who Boston traded for Vucevic.
Boy.
That was the Vucevic. Zach Collins and Patrick Williams. Those are the 5 highest paid players. That's my point.
Williams?
That's
Who
my
the
point.
heck is Patrick Williams?
So I don't know. Like, again, both the GM and hold on a second, the vice president were fired this week.
Oh,
So-
if the VP is fired, it's gonna happen. It's gonna go right down the chain.
Executive vice president, general manager fired, but Michael Reinsdorf, the Bulls CEO, gave his endorsement to Billy Donovan as the head coach. Usually when a high exec gives you the endorsement that they support you, you're fired. It's almost a guarantee. Like, why do these guys do this all the time? It's like, oh yeah, that's our guy and we want him here. You're firing him.
Because it's just lip service.
But why did they bother?
I don't know.
There's not a single person that believes it.
Because the vice president is going to hire a general manager.
The new one,
Because
yes.
a new one. Because
And
he
then they're gonna
wants
want their
his guy
coach.
to run the team the way he wants.
Yeah.
And then that guy is going to say, well, I want a
My
different
coach.
coach.
I want my coach. I want the guy.
Right.
If you're gonna give me the keys to the car, I want the guy my mechanic that I know can fix it correctly.
Right.
So yeah, his job is done. Listen, I'm surprised he's been there that long anyway. So he's been with the Bulls for 6 seasons.
Really?
Yeah, 6 now.
Oof.
You know how many winning
He's out.
records he's had in 6 seasons? 1.
One. Yeah.
Right, 1. He is with 479 games. His career record with the Bulls, 225 and 254. It's a 47% winning percentage. He's been to the playoffs once, and they went 1-4. They lost in their first series.
Mhm.
So 20%. How did he make it this long? And that was in 21-22. That was 4 years ago. That's bull. A great way to put it. That's bull. I don't know how he's lasted this long. And I like Billy Donovan from the Providence days. Like, we're going way back to in the 80s run with Billy Donovan and what he meant to the Friars. But come on.
It's the reality of who they're giving him as a team. And they know that they haven't given him a fair shake. I'm sorry, they just haven't.
But you already said, when you fire those top guys,
yeah.
it's almost a guarantee they're not going to want Billy Donovan.
Right.
Like, it's a guarantee. So he blew it he should have went to North Carolina.
Oh.
He was a great college coach. Mike Malone gets that job and he's the second highest paid head coach in college basketball. He's never coached a college team.
He'll have a job like within a week after getting fired.
Yeah, he'll definitely get a job. The key is he going to stay in the NBA or is he going back to college? I think he's much better in college.
I think he'll go back to college because he's probably better off. Look, I just don't.
I haven't watched the show yet, so don't ruin it for
them.
me, Danny. Don't ruin it. I got it taped.
I have to say, like, a lot of these franchises keep firing coaches. They're in a no-win situation.
Yeah, the next guy's not winning with those 5 guys we just talked about. I don't care what coach you are. I don't care. Phil Jackson couldn't win with that team. Right? I don't know. So we'll say Billy Donovan. We're going to say so long in Chicago. I think it's almost a guarantee. It's a lock. Once you get an endorsement, you're pretty much gone.
Well, when is LeBron going to be a coach? Because I'm
He's gonna be
assuming is this going to be his last year?
No guarantees. They're saying he may come back one more season.
Yeah, so he can play with his other son.
Maybe. His son's going to play in college again, unless he's going backwards. I wonder if he has college eligibility since he hasn't played. Hey, come on, Hugo. All right, crazy stat time. April 4th, 2013, Ron. One of the craziest stats you'll ever hear. Brooklyn Nets point guard C.J. Watson had one of the craziest stat lines in NBA history. He scored, are you ready? 1 point. He had 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 turnover. All while wearing the jersey number 1. So this man was like, that's what I'm doing. I am going to score 1 point, give you 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 turnover while wearing the number 1.
All right.
C.J.
What
Watson.
franchise was this?
The Brooklyn Nets.
Now, first of all, I have a problem with giving a player like this the number 1 jersey.
Maybe that's all he had. Maybe that's what he wanted. He wanted to be number 1 because that's what he averages.
Who is this guy to dictate
I don't know
what number he gets?
He might have averaged 1 point, 1 steal, and 1 his entire career.
If I got this guy on my team, I'm not giving him any number that could be important.
Now the key is
he's getting number 53.
I want to see something, Ron. Hold on.
Not important. It wasn't worn by anybody good.
He actually averaged 7.2 points, 1.9 rebounds, and 2.5 assists in his career.
He's not getting my number 1 jersey number. That's not happening.
And out of all of his, so he was with 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. The only time he wore number 1 was with the Brooklyn Nets. So a little different. All right. You ready to talk some baseball? This story's blowing my mind right now. So the Pittsburgh Pirates have made a big deal. Connor Griffin is now locked up for 9 years at $140 million. Their young teen shortstop. He's 19 years old, Ron. Can this be for the key to the Pirates finally turning this franchise around?
Boy, they better hope that this kid actually plays this contract out.
So it's pretty.
Look, I mean, he's 19. It's never happened before like this, right?
Man.
A 19-year-old. Like, what are they hoping for?
I don't know.
The can't miss prospect. You know how many times that people have said that and they missed?
Yeah, just a few times. Very rare it happens. I'm gonna be on Eric's show, and then he wants to be with Jake too, Danny. All right, buddy. So, again, today might have changed. I didn't know if they played yet, but as of yesterday, Ron, when I looked up his numbers, he's been at bat 18 times. He's got 3 hits, no home runs. He's batting 167.
Oh, that's better than some players.
2 runs, 4 RBIs. So I'm like, wait a minute. You know why they signed him? Because he must have tore it up in spring training. He batted 171 with 7 hits, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. I'm like, wait. He's got to be phenomenal in the field. His fielding average is .958. The average for shortstops in the league so far this year is .973. He's not even great defensively. He's not like the best defensive shortstop. He's not hitting. But because they're 7-5 and third in the Central, they're like, holy cow, we've never been this high in the standings after 12 games. Sign this kid. That's the only thing that makes sense to me at this point.
What was his numbers in AAA?
I don't know. Does it matter? Do you want me to look him up? Do you want me to see if I can find him? You find him.
Connor Griffin.
AAA numbers.
AAA stats. All right. So here's the scoop. 333 in 122 games.
Okay.
21 home runs, 94 RBIs, 65 stolen bases. Those are pretty good numbers for AAA.
The issue becomes this, though. Again, AAA and Major League Baseball are not the same thing.
No, it's not. But the kid's 19.
19. He's got $140 million.
I mean, who are they comparing him to?
I have no idea.
Like, are they comparing him to, dare I say, Derek
Don't
Jeter?
do it. Get out of here. Stop
dare
it.
I say.
Stop it.
Right? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, do they project him to be Derek Jeter at $140 million?
Like, obviously, in baseball terms, that's cheap. But you're also like, why 9 years? Like, the kid will be 28. If he stinks for the next 8 years, you're stuck with this. Like, you can't get rid of it. Nobody's going to touch it.
They better hope.
And I hope the kid's good.
His batting average a little bit.
I hope he's good. This isn't in discrediting him. Connor Griffin, I hope you have a phenomenal career. I do. But if I'm the Pirates, I'm like, let me pump the brakes because we haven't been good forever. That I don't want to invest in something like this for that long if it's not going to work out. The kid started off batting 400 and 6 dingers and whatever, stole every base, and he's great defensively. You might be like, oh, okay, we've seen it. To me, this is an average player who has the potential, to your point, of being great. But we haven't seen it in the major league level yet. So,
I don't know.
Dingers. The dingers.
What is Pittsburgh doing? Like, you want to sign somebody long term? How about Paul Skeens? I don't know.
He's pretty good.
Call me crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like,
why haven't you done this with him yet?
Because the price tag's going to be so much higher. Ron, I'm glad you brought that point up. This is probably to distract people from thinking about that. Because they also signed one of their outfielders, too, to like an 8-year something deal. So they're trying to get these kids to have people like gravitate towards like, wow, look, we're going to have this guy for 9 years. Let's start selling his jerseys, blah, blah, blah. So when Skeens rolls out the door in his nice new truck or friggin' limo or whatever he's going to have because somebody decided to pay him a lot more money than the Pirates. We got Connor Griffin, though. You remember? We signed him. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, I think this is a bad move for the Pirates. I really do.
On the other end, the other spectrum of it all is at least now it seems like they're trying to make a winning culture here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing.
But how much pressure are you putting on a 19-year-old kid? He's 19. If you signed a 25-year-old veteran who's been playing for the last 4 or 5 years and dominating, and now you gave him a massive contract, people be like, wow, look what the Pirates are doing. Yeah. This is putting money in the stock market, and you better hope that the market's going up. Right?
Yeah.
This is investing in something, and you don't know what the outcome is. This kid is not proven. He's not guaranteed. There's nothing out there that says he is.
Like, when you think about it, a shortstop is going to be a 250 batter at best, most of them.
Maybe 20-something home runs.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
Yeah, he better be damn good defensively, which right now he's not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll be talking about the Pirates, I feel, for a little bit this season. I got a feeling because we're going to watch this kid for a little bit. Let's see what happens. All right, Ron.
Oh, my God. Maybe we should have the Connor Griffin Dinger report.
Let's do it every week. You're going to put the graphic up. Every time he does it, we're like, Dinger. Connor Griffin Dinger report. Every time we do the Major League Baseball section on this show, we're going to give you an
Connor
update.
KO time.
Oh, I like it. The Griff taking a bite out of the dingus. All right. Crazy stat time, Ron.
Oh.
Crazy stat time.
He's gone one game without making an error.
Griff taking a bite out of baseball. All right. Ichiro Suzuki, one of your favorite players of all time. Ichiro.
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Right,
he was
yeah.
good.
He
Not
was-
one of my favorites of all
You know,
time.
he was good, Ron. Let me tell you how good he was.
How good was he?
On his third hit in his 10th at bat, his average was 300. So
Very
10
good,
at bats.
Eric. I didn't know it was going to be a
300.
math question.
Okay. Do you know that in his entire career after that, he never dropped under 300 his entire career?
Okay.
It took him
That's
10
pretty
at bats to get to 300. Never saw two change after that. That's pretty damn good, man.
That is pretty good.
That's
a nice stat right there.
That's a nice stat. 10 at bats. Third
That's
hit.
a nice stat. Nice
Never-
stat. Nice
Hey, you're doing it too
Nice.
now.
streak.
So Ichiro, one of the best hitters in baseball. Obviously, he's not the Tony Gwynns, but you think about being 300 your entire career after your 10th at bat. That's pretty damn good. A lot of guys don't see that.
Yeah, I like that stat. That's a nice one.
That's pretty good. That was a good one. All right,
I
Ron.
like that. See, I gotta make graphics for all of this.
You do. So it is split
I don't
decision
have
time.
enough on my plate.
But before we go to split decisions, let's thank our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island, once again for what they do.
Absolutely. Tonight's show is brought to you by the once new 990
Almost
WBOD
new.
page, offering links to your favorite Providence
Wow.
shows, including this, the Sports Unfolded show,
Boom.
and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Bulldog. All right. And also our good friends there in Dallas, Georgia. 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for all your support, as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E15 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for your support as well. Sometimes you get a graphic, sometimes you don't. It's like Almond Joy and Mounds. Oh, there. See, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Well, I was in deep thought because we just lost 2 million viewers.
2 million.
2 million. We were at 8 million, and now we
Oh.
have 6 million
Oh, nice.
because I said once new.
Once now. Yeah, we lost it all. It's all gone. Oh,
Unbelievable.
shite. Oh, shite. All right, Ron, it is split decision time.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one.
Our split decision segment, we basically give each other two more likely questions and we have to make a decision. I am first this week, Ron, so I will start
And
us
the
off.
people at home can actually give us a question.
Yeah, everybody live, if you have a split decision, we would love to see what you have in store for us as well. But Ron, we are going to start off with this one. And the more I thought about it when I wrote it, I said, listen, all these teams made the postseason. So which current last place team that made the postseason last year in the American League is more likely to make the playoffs this year? The Boston Red Sox, the Detroit Tigers, or the Seattle Mariners? All three of them are in last place currently.
What were the three teams again?
The Boston Red Sox, the Detroit Tigers, and the Seattle Mariners are all in last place in the American League.
And which one is going to be the one to make it?
Make it. All three of them were in the postseason last year.
I'm going to say Seattle because I don't think the Red Sox are going anywhere. I think it was a miraculous thing that they actually made the playoffs.
Hugo's going with they all make it.
No, I think Detroit is hoping they were at the bottom so they can trade Skubal. And I think this is purposely on the bottom for that reason.
Okay.
They are trying not to win.
The conspiracy theories.
And you know, it's a big tank job by Detroit because I don't understand it. Like, it should be totally opposite. You got that ace. If you make the postseason, you can win it all based on that player.
Right.
You know, they should be trying, and I don't think that they're trying very hard.
I'm looking at the standings, and Seattle has right now the best. They're 3.5 games behind first place Texas. The other two teams are 4 games behind.
Yeah.
Right? But did you realize that when you look up the team athletics, it just says athletics. They don't even give
Yeah, I know.
That is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. But
yeah,
yes.
so I'd say Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Texas, I'm not like huge fan of. And then all the other teams in that division are under 500. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good one. Good job.
Now brings me to my split decision question. Julio Rodriguez is off to a slow start for Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 0 home runs.
Okay. Not good.
He's got a 143 batting average.
No bueno.
7 hits total.
Okay.
And 2 RBI.
All right.
What is more likely?
Connor Griffin has more. We should do a Connor Griffin versus Julio Rodriguez stat every. All right. Okay.
Who versus who?
Who's worse? All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
So what is more likely to happen?
More likely
that Julio Rodriguez gets 30 home runs.
Okay.
And he's done it 2 out of 4 years.
Yeah. 50%. Okay.
270 batting average, which he's done 3 out of 4 years.
So 75%.
Or 90 RBI, which he's done twice.
So I'm going with the 270. If he's done it more, he's more likely to get back to his batting average than the other two, because he's only done those two 50% half the time, where the other one he's done it 3 out of 4. Give me the 75%. He's going 270.
And this is Math 101, the new podcast.
Today's episode, we will discuss.
It's brought to you by the number 75.
Math Unfolded. For all you math fanatics out there.
Unfolded.
Bring it.
Math Unfolded. That's funny. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Where we divide all of you into together. All right. And with that, Ron, your second split decision hopefully has nothing to do with math.
See, that math problem brought 1 million viewers
back. We are back, baby. All right. Which 10th seed in the NBA playoffs is more likely to advance further? Right now, the Miami Heat or the Golden State Warriors? Which is more likely to go further in the postseason? T-minus 59. Artemis Splashdown. There you go. Let's bring that into it too. For all you science freaks out there, we gotcha covered. I don't know if freaks was the right word to use with the 4 things.
What were the 2 teams again? 10 seed?
The Miami Heat or the Golden State Warriors? Who's going
I'm going to
further?
take Golden State.
Even though the East
is
weaker.
Steph Curry.
Okay. You're all over Steph, huh?
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors. Danny agrees with you.
That's right,
All
Danny.
right.
Me and you to the end.
In Artemis 2, we got Splashdown.
As long as we don't
50.
share a hot tub together.
Hugo, I need you to stay on for the entire show and just keep updating us on how long before this thing splashes down. Let us know when it goes through the Earth's atmosphere.
He picked the Warriors as well. See?
Yeah, but see, he left out an R, so he's got the Rhode Island accent when you say it. Warriors.
Warriors.
It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch. Mike Vrabel.
Come out and play.
That's what he was saying to Diana Rossini when he probably had that vest on. He was going. Yeah, that was something clinking. All right. Well then, Ron, your second split decision.
All right. Of the teams that were not in the playoffs last season for the NHL.
Got it.
Who is more likely to win the cup?
Cup.
Now, there was only 5.
Only 5.
Buffalo Sabres.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Penguins. Boston Bruins.
Oh, the Ruins.
Anaheim Ducks. and Utah Mammoth.
Yeah, I'm
Which
not a
one
fan.
of them could win? Is more likely to win the cup?
Mammoth have actually had great goaltending. So sometimes we say goaltenders make a difference
That's
in the
huge.
postseason. Huge. But I don't think they have enough.
Mammoth, huge.
Yeah, huge. I got it. Yeah. For all you science people out there, mammoths. We're back in the Ice Age. The mammoths once roamed the earth. As what are we doing right now? So the mammoth, I don't think it's their time yet, but I like the goaltending. Anaheim plays well offensively, but again, you can shut them down defensively. I don't like Bruins. I'm not buying. Penguins, I don't like. They're too old. So I'm going Buffalo here. I like what the Sabres have done all year. I think for the first time, they actually believe they can win. They're in first place. So again, the signs point towards Buffalo to me because I just like the Penguins are too old. Yes, they are. They're not. They don't have happy feet anymore, Hugo. All right, they don't have happy feet anymore. So Mammoth all the way. He's going with Mammoth. Anaheim Ducks, Danny says. But I'm going Buffalo here. I really think Buffalo has a great shot. I like the way they've played all year. I actually got to see them play in person when I was in Vegas. And I just like the team. They're very tough. Even in difficult games, they find ways to win. So I like Buffalo.
They also have a pretty good goaltender too. And out of all the teams, I look and it's like, well, Buffalo
Tage Thompson
probably is the better team out of all of these, right?
Tage Thompson has proven that he's
I'll tell you though, history is not on their side.
Not at all. But again, they broke the streak of getting into the postseason.
Yeah.
So again, things are starting to look better for them. So do I think they win the cup? No. But if I said out of those 5 teams, I would go with them before any of the others.
Yeah.
And
I would probably take Anaheim second, but
the sad thing about this whole thing.
Road. Yeah, that's a tougher road.
The sad thing about this whole thing, Ron, and I hate to say this, but the mirage that is the Boston Bruins, and now you're starting to see those things come out at this point in the season. Like they need to win one game to get in. And it's like they've struggled the last couple weeks just to look good at times. And it's like you guys were playing so well at a point. Like people were really saying, look at what the Bruins are doing. And then it's like, we'll take.
Well, I mean, look, they've had a tough schedule this year.
Agreed, but if you're going to win in the postseason, you got to beat some of these teams.
Yes. Oh, I know.
That's where I feel like we all year were like, wow, they're playing well. Like they could win a series, and now I'm like, they can't win a series.
I didn't say that.
No, you're always a pessimist, though. I'm the optimist on this show. You always the other way around. All right, let's talk some more NHL.
I deal with reality, Eric.
Okay. Well, excuse me. All right. On today's Science Unfolding Reality. What is
thought you were
true?
going to break out with the song "Back to Life."
Oh, good one. Back to reality. Oh yeah. All right.
We just gained back another 1 million people.
Boom. We are on fire. We are on fire tonight. 8 million plus in going. T minus how much there, Hugo? What do we got, buddy? So let's talk some more NHL. Will Nas Kidry's injury affect the Avalanche's chances of winning the cup? So Kadri is out with a finger injury.
Which finger, Eric?
I can't say. I don't know. Let me ask you this.
Can you at least show me?
The pinky. I don't know. Or the ring finger. I almost did the wrong one. That's going to be look like I'm checking the bird. But there's a dude, I don't remember what team it was. He's like, he's going to play with a broken arm. So I can't see why you can't play with a broken finger, which strike T minus 52 seconds. All right. Thank you. But here's the biggest problem for that.
Eric, 52 minutes.
Minutes. What did I say? Seconds?
Yes.
Middle finger. Maybe it isn't the middle finger. Danny knows middle finger. The biggest issue here is Kadri's not the only one out right now. Cale Makar is out as well. That's a bigger piece for the Avalanche when we talk about the cup chances. That's my opinion. Thank you, Ron.
That's more important.
Much more important. And segment over.
Well, I mean, I thought you were still talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Listen, anytime you lose,
your expertise.
I'm getting better at this hockey thing. But anytime you lose players at the end of the year,
not good.
Going into the postseason, right? Now you're talking about conditioning. You talk about some of those factors, timing now, right? Even with these lines, because now you're making changes to the line.
Yeah.
Listen, they've played so well all year. They win the President's Cup, which we know is a jinx in itself. Most of the time you win the President's Cup, you don't win the Stanley Cup. It's almost a guarantee of the President's Trophy.
Ask the Bruins about that.
Right? It's happened so many times. I think we did a stat one time, the last time somebody's won it. But again, when you lose two big pieces, and even Kadri, I would say this, listen, since he's come over in the trade, 16 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, but he's a -3. It's not like he's lighting it up.
No.
Cale Makar is the biggest story here. They need him back, and I guess he's just started skating in a non-contact jersey. So that's not a good sign going into the postseason.
He'll be in. He'll be ready.
I'm not saying he won't. It's just, again, timing, line changes now. That would be my only concern.
Eric, what I've noticed in all these leagues, they are somehow getting injured,
right at the end
with a little bit of time left, so that way they can recover from those injuries that are so-called happening. And to me, it's more of let's give him some time off so that way he can be ready for the postseason. So I think Makar has already been ready, but they're gonna keep him out for a couple more days.
Okay. All right.
So, look, it's not easy to play with a broken finger. And if it is his middle finger, he could get in trouble by the league by flipping off, the camera if he raises his arm.
Did you see the golfer in the Masters? There's a Scottish golfer, and I should have got his name. He hit one into the water and he just chucked the bird. So now they're like, he's probably getting fined. He's been swearing all over the place. Yeah. It's like, again, leagues don't want to see the middle finger. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see the middle finger.
Yeah. I don't know. But I just think that Colorado was winning without Kadri.
Yeah.
So Kadri isn't really going to dictate whether they're going to win or not. Now, with that being said, what you're doing is you're giving the LA Kings hope. Because right now they're in that last spot and they're going to have to play the Colorado Avalanche in the first round. So, if they don't have Makar and Kadri in the lineup, LA's got a shot. A long shot still, but they got a shot.
Hold on. I'm trying to see which finger it is.
Trying to see?
I'm trying to see if it shows anywhere which finger.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter because when you take a shot, you're gonna feel it. Every time somebody passes you the puck, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, it won't. It doesn't say. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, they don't want to see that, but the fans do. Manny wants to see the middle finger. That's Manny. All right, listen. I think, again, depending on who they play in the first round, it could be a factor, especially if Makar's out. But if Kadri's out, I think they're okay. I think the Makar's the biggest story here.
Right. Absolutely.
Emmanuel, these two are going to go at it again. Get ready. This is like a heavyweight fight every time these two guys get together. This is like UFC 2000, whatever it's at now. I don't know. Put that.
Well, this is what happens on Math Unfolded.
Math Unfolded it gets crazy. Oh boy. All right, you ready for your crazy stat, Ron?
Yes.
Crazy
Dying
stat.
for it.
Do you know who Joe Malone is? By the look of it, I
That
don't
the
think
guy
you can-
from Seinfeld?
No. I don't think, well, he could be, but not in this case. He's not. Joe Malone has one of the craziest stats. He scored the most goals by a single player in a game, which was 7. He scored 7 goals in a game, which is an NHL
that's
record.
Joe Malone.
Joe Malone. I bet you don't know what team he played for.
Gee, could it be Montreal?
It is a Canadian team, but it is not. 1920, the Quebec Bulldogs. The Quebec Bulldogs in 1920, Joe Malone, 7 goals in a single game, still an NHL record. And you would think with Gretzky, all those like 7, they're like, yeah, no, 7 goals. Woof, woof, woof. 3 woofs there for Hugo.
That's a record that's never going to get broken.
Right? 7 goals. Nah, I highly doubt it anymore.
Well, it's lasted for over 100 years.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? Man, you never know, though.
And we thought that DiMaggio record was tough.
Yeah. 7 goals in a game.
7 goals. Like, you're lucky if you get 7 goals in a hockey game, period.
I played NHL 26 the other night. I got 5 goals with one player. I couldn't still do 7. Even on a video game, it's almost impossible. That's pretty good.
Which video game?
NHL 26.
Oh.
It's phenomenal if you haven't played it. We should do a season.
I haven't played a hockey video game in...
You don't know what you're missing, my friend.
Decades.
We got it. You got to get it. We should do a season. We can put it up every week. Part of our I forgot the kid's name.
Maybe we can get like 30 people to do one.
What the hell is it? Connor Griffin. We'll do a Connor Griffin stat and an NHL 26 stat. All right, Ron. It is time for.
We lost that 1,000,000 viewers again.
Damn. It's on the pick and roll.
It's time for Pick and Roll.
I don't know. Were the Nets bigger back in the day? I don't think so. I think they were smaller than Nets. The goalies. The goal in the hockey.
Nets were always the same size.
Never changed.
It's
seem
the
smaller.
padding that has changed.
Because it seems smaller back in the day. Like even harder to get. I don't know. Maybe that was no, really. No. Tell you one thing, the goalies weren't wearing masks back then. All right, Ron. Tonight's pick and roll. 2011. 15 years ago, episode 15. Tanks, but no tanks. These defensive ends were all drafted. This was a good group. All in the first round, Ron, all made the Pro Bowl at least once. That's pretty impressive that there's 6 defensive ends drafted in the first round, and they all made the Pro Bowl in 2011. They were J.J. Watt, Robert Quinn, Ryan Kerrigan, Cameron Jordan, Muhammad Wilkinson, and Cameron Haywood. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1.
Cameron. There's no E in there.
Cameron. How would you want me to say it?
Cameron.
Cameron. Listen. All right. At number 6 for me, Muhammad Wilkinson, 44.5 sacks, 410 combined tackles, 10 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. He did score a touchdown and 1 Pro Bowl. He was probably the one guy you could leave off. He was the one guy that got at least 1 Pro Bowl, but that was it. The rest of these guys, really good career. And some of them are still playing today. At number 5 for me, I had Ryan Kerrigan, 95.5 sacks, 457 combined tackles, 26 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and 4 Pro Bowls. Very good career. At number 4 for me, Robert Quinn, 102 sacks, 369 combined tackles, 32 forced fumbles, no interceptions, 1 touchdown. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, and a 1-time Defensive Player of the Year. So very good career, Robert Quinn. At number 3, I'm going Cameroon, whatever you want to call it. Cam Jordan, not So there's two Cams in this. Cam Jordan, 132 sacks, which is the most out of this group. And these guys are still playing. 763 combined tackles, phenomenal. 17 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler and a 1-time All-Pro. That's important because at number 2, I put Cam Hayward. Even though he has far less sacks at 92, he has more tackles at 796. He has less forced fumbles at 9. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. You're like, Eric, what are you doing? He even has 1 less Pro Bowl, but he has 4 All-Pros, 3 more than Cam Jordan, which to me, these guys are competing against each other for All-Pros. Guess what? Cam Hayward beats him out 3 extra times. But at number 1, J.J. Watt, with the numbers he put up, 114 and a half sacks, 586 tackles, 27 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns in his career. But he was a 5-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt, my number 1. Cam Jordan is not being number 2 is crazy. Manny, I'm just telling you. 4 All-Pros to 1 All-Pro. I'll take 4 All-Pros over 1.
Well, you were close.
Okay.
You were close. And Manny is absolutely 100% right.
Okay.
I have Muhammad Wilkerson at number 6. Clearly was the lesser of all these guys.
Agreed.
I also have Ryan Kerrigan at number 5. The 4 Pro Bowls is all fine and dandy. His numbers just don't match up to the others.
Yeah.
I have Cam Hayward. Oh, wait, I forgot Robert Quinn at number 4.
Okay, so the first 3 we had right.
So those you got right. But I'm with Manny on this. I have Cam Hayward at number 3, and I love his numbers, but he's got 40 less sacks.
Agreed.
I mean, 40 more sacks than Cam Hayward, so he deserves the credit at number 2 for that. He also deserves the credit because of the tackles. He has more tackles as well.
No, Hayward has
more forced fumbles.
Hold on.
More interceptions. Okay. He has a touchdown. Hayward doesn't.
Yeah.
And more fumble recoveries. All the stats point in the direction to Cam Jordan.
Uh-huh.
The only thing was he was overlooked with Hayward getting more All-Pros, and that is all great, but I'll take the stats over the All-Pro thing.
Okay, let me just ask you.
Subject for another discussion.
You're much smarter than me. I always give you that credit. I always give you credit for that. You've once told me in the past, All-Pro means you were the best at that position. So which means if they play the same position and he's 3 times better than the person that you're putting ahead of him.
Perception is what's going on here.
Oh, perception.
That is the perception.
Okay.
And when you look at the numbers, numbers don't match up to Jordan's. And all of the numbers across the board all point to Jordan. And now it makes me look like Hayward did not deserve those All-Pros as much as Jordan did. And it was only because this guy was in Pittsburgh, the other guy's in New Orleans at the time, and that's winning. Okay, right?
And the 2 Cams still playing.
With those numbers over him.
Both Cams still
playing.
None
of them won Super Bowls, so they can't be judged on that.
Yes. So J.J. Watt at number 1. All right.
And number 1 is J.J. Watt by a mile.
Yeah. All right.
So I agree with Manny. All the numbers point in Cam Jordan's favor.
I weighed all pros.
Cam.
I weighed those 4 All-Pros very heavily at the same position.
Yeah, I know you did.
If they were different positions, I would say maybe not, but they competed against each other.
When I look at the numbers, they don't.
I agree. I agree. 40 more sacks. To me, it makes
that's a lot of sacks, Eric.
That is a lot. Thanks. Math unfolded.
Yeah, I think
40.
the NFL got it wrong on this occasion.
132 is
And
more than
far
92.
be it for the NFL to ever get it wrong.
What are we talking about? 132 is more than 92? You find that out only on Math Unfolded.
So, Manny, I'm right there with you. I got you.
All right, Ron, we are going to skip the Hall of Fame. If you haven't voted next
No, we're
week,
not going to skip it.
skip it.
Do
you want to
it.
go with it?
Yes.
Narcel Dion, or his cousin Marcel, got in last month, and Bonnie Blair as well. Irene Woost is no longer eligible for the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame after receiving 0 votes twice, 0% twice. So out. All right. With that, Ron, you can scan this QR code right now if you're out there live and vote for a golfer. So the Masters going on right now. With that, you can vote for one of these fine gentlemen to get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Jack Nicklaus, Tom Watson, Gary Player, Fuzzy Zella, because I look like a QR code, and Lee Trevino. So those are your 5 golfers that you have an opportunity to vote for to be our first golfer ever in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Jack Nicklaus is leading in that category right now. So scan this QR code right this second. I
just voted for Fuzzy.
All right. Yeah, you like things fuzzy. So with that, we also have Major League Baseball, Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Kevin Brown, and Roger Clemens. Randy Johnson right now still leading in that one. Let me see if I can see how the voting is there.
I just voted for Maddux. Does that change anything?
Randy Johnson at 46%, Maddux at 29%, Clemens at 18%, Glavine and Kevin Brown both received 4%. So no, it didn't. So you got some work to do if you want to get your guy in there. Randy Johnson dominating that category like he did in Major League Baseball. But scan the QR code, you go to the site, vote, and then you get to see the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame website as well. We promise you this is the last week. Next week we will have
a million Atlanta fans just signed on. So I'm hoping Greg Maddux fans vote.
Hold on. What about Tom Glavine? Then that'd be like they're
split.
Which obviously hurts.
Yeah, but if they get a million votes, 500 million, 500,000.
Manny voted for Maddux, he just said.
That's right. Yes. Come on.
Right. Let's see. You want to see the difference? Yeah.
Yes.
See the results. 31% to 45%.
Oh, he's catching up.
He's catching up. Yeah, he's also mustard. Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus is running. Jack Nicklaus is running away with this thing. All right.
All of you in Atlanta right now, please go on to
Listen, you're listening to us now live. Go to YouTube on either Rhode Island Broadcasting or Sports Unfolded. You can fast forward about 1 hour and 33 minutes, and you can get the QR codes and you can cast your votes. Thank you for the mustard joke. Well, we're trying to catch up. So we're going to have some mustard. I'm a mustard relish guy, so.
I relish the thought.
Do you now? That was, don't hot dog this thing right now. Come on. We've got some fans live right now. Danny, Manny, Hugo. Guess what time it is, Ron? It is prediction time. So we should see some of these guys getting on this prediction chart again for another week. You won last week. We're tied in the loss column now, Ron. So I went 4-6, you 5-5, Kenny 4-6, Manny 5-5, 500 last week. Danny, the one game you decided to pick 0-1. But it is time to make some decisions this week. Relish is disgusting. You are crazy, Manny. You are crazy, my friend.
I'm right there with you again, Manny.
You guys just all right. Stop stroking each other and let's go.
I'm just saying. It's facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a fact. Here's the fact. Game 1 in the NBA for us this week. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Denver Nuggets. That's tonight. Ron, I'm going Denver here. OKC's locked up the number 1 seed. They don't need to win. Denver needs to hold on to their spot. They need a win here to make sure that they get at least the 3 seed. So Denver needs the game more. I'm going with Denver.
I also went with Denver, Eric. I went with Denver last night, and I'm sticking with it. And Joker is on a mission right now.
And I will say this. I think OKC is a better team. Denver. Very good. You know what I realized today? This is what I realized. When there's an actual R at the end of a word or something, or an A, I'll say the R. I pronounce it with the R. And then when it's an R, I pronounce it with the A. I don't get it. Like Denver.
I know.
Denver. I can't remember what the hell the word was today. And I'm like, why am I saying it with an R? And it was an A at the end. All right. So
usually idea is what people idea.
Yeah. See? Yeah, there it is. Something like that. Hugo went with Denver. Manny went with Denver. Danny, on his delay, will go with Denver at some point. Danny, we're waiting for you as well. Welcome to New England. Yeah. Tell me about it. Yeah, I think OKC is the better team, but I really think that Denver needs it more. So,
and I don't think
Atlanta fans are. Yeah, Atlanta. Going to Atlanta. All right. Next game, Ron. Minnesota Timberwolves at the Houston Rockets. Who are you taking? That's tonight.
I'm going Houston Rockets with this one. Houston has a shot at surpassing LA tonight. So I'm expecting Houston to win this game.
And NASA is waiting for the Artemis 2 to so it's all happening in Houston with the Rockets. The Rockets. Hugo going with the Rockets. That's 3 for the Rockets. I'm going with the Rockets as well. I agree with everything you just said. Manny going with the Rockets as well. It comes far, the emojis. Here's the emojis.
I'm disappointed that Danny is not picking his teams.
He'll pick one game again. Go 0-1. I don't know. All right. On the 12th, as the basketball season winds down, these are the last.
Go any further?
Yes, sir.
You know, we do predictions on the NBA show on Thursdays.
Okay.
I went 6-0 last week.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
I took the lead. I passed up.
I gotta try to watch that sometime. What time's that on? 7?
7.
Time Sports Unfolded NBA show.
Great.
You think 7?
Yeah.
I'll check it out next week. All right. On the 12th, we've got the Charlotte Hornets at the New York Knicks. I hate saying, I don't even want to say it, but I'm going with New York here at home. I think Charlotte had their run. I think they're a good team, but I think the Knicks proved something with the win against Boston last night that they're in playoff mode now. So I'm going Knicks.
Yeah, see, I'm going opposite. I think they expended so much energy on trying to beat a shorthanded Celtic team. And I think Charlotte isn't done. I'm going Charlotte to win.
Danny went Knicks. Hugo went the Knicker Bottoms. And Manny's going Charlotte.
See, Danny jumped in with the Knicks.
Danny did, yeah. Yeah, Danny's back in it. All right.
Where's your other teams, Danny?
All right.
OKC at Denver, Minnesota at Houston, Danny. You need those.
He loves the Emmanuel. I love it, boo. All right. NHL action, Ron. Got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Boston Bruins. I know you believe in the Bruins, so who are you taking?
Look, Bruins are a different team when they play at home. They're very good. And I think they're going to pull this one out. I really do.
Hugo's going with the Bruins. I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think, okay, Danny's going with Houston. I got to go backwards here. All right. Yeah, I'm going Lightning here. I think the Lightning take Boston. I think the Bruins are in a. Danny's going Bruins. I think the Bruins are going to start to fade a little bit. Manny, you got to pick there. Lightning at Bruins. There's one more matchup in the NBA. The Thunder at the Nuggets.
Denver. Yeah.
Danny.
OKC Denver.
Manny's going Tampa. All right. On the 13th, you got the Colorado Avalanche at the Edmonton Oilers. What are you taking? Oh, is it my pick? It's my pick. I'm going with Colorado. Over the Oilers. Hugo's going Avs.
I am also going Colorado. Despite maybe being shorthanded.
Yeah, right. Just talked about it, but Danny's
I just don't think Edmonton is that good this year.
Got it, Danny. Thank you, OKC. Thank you. All right. Hugo went Avs. Danny, Manny, Avs at Oilers. Who are you taking? When the two of them are on, I always try to make a Danny Manny. The Danny Manny train. Wow. Everything I'm saying tonight, man, just doesn't sound right. Manny's going Colorado. Yikes. Well, this show will not be PG. Colorado and who? Oilers. Edmonton. Oh, man. It's been a crazy show tonight. It's been a fun show. Been fun.
It's really good.
Been fun. And now we get the Connor Griffin tracker every week.
I cannot wait.
The tracker.
Like, I'm going to be working on those graphics.
Yeah, make a cool graphic for that. It's got to have him like with a bat and then just getting struck out or something. We'll track his stats for the entire week, every week. Connor Griffin went batting 135 with 7 strikeouts and
put his averages per million.
Yeah, Danny, I want to make the graphics. Oh, go ahead, Hugo, send it up. We'll take it. Hugo, make the graphics. Wasn't it Turbo Graphics 16 back in the day? So that's, yeah. Danny went Oilers as we were losing track of what the hell we're supposed to be doing right now. All right, on the 15th, Ron, you got the Dallas Stars at the Buffalo Sabres. What are you taking? Ads. He's got ads.
I am going with Buffalo.
I am also going with Buffalo. I like the Sabres at home here. So how you got to? Can you sign language? Dallas Stars. Hugo's got ads going. How do you do the Sabres? Can you do Sabres? Ching, ching, ching. I can't. What is wrong with us tonight? Dallas Stars at the Buffalo Sabres. Who are you gentlemen taking?
Val at Buffalo.
That's close enough. Let's see. Emmanuel gives the middle finger during the end. Wow, Danny wants some middle fingers up there. Who do you guys take? Stars all the way. All right, Danny. Got to make sure I read that right.
Stars all the way.
Manny, you're taking a pick there. Stars at Sabres. Boo, y'all about to take the L. Never go against Dallas. Manny is going with Dallas.
Unless it's playoffs. Then you go against Dallas.
Ooh. Wow.
Both cases. Both football.
Wow. Man, it just got personal. Hugo, read the chat. Can he read lips? Hugo, can you read lips? That's the key, yeah. Oh, I can't wait for Danny for the next one. Danny, do not jump off because I cannot wait how fast he responds to this. All right. In baseball, Major League Baseball, 3 games, best of 3. You've got the New York Mets at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who's taking the series? I'm going with the Dodgers.
Gee, this is so tough to pick.
Where you going, Mets? Put you
Go
down for
Dodgers.
Going
You know,
Dodgers.
they'll probably look. I would imagine that Mookie, Otani,
Freeman.
Freddie,
Yeah, like
they all get like 3 home runs in the series.
Dodgers, Mets at Dodgers. Who you taking?
We still haven't gotten Hugo's hockey one.
Yeah, he might. I mean, we're getting paid right now. Dodgers all the way. I call that one.
We're getting paid.
Otani and the Dodgers, man, he's going. Which I think his ERA is still 0.
You can dodge a wrench.
Yeah, you can. I've dodged wrenches before. Manny, great pick with Otani. Otani, like his ERA is at 0 still. Is that crazy?
He hasn't given up a run yet?
Hey, we received 100 messages. All right. Dodgers all the way. Dodgers all the way. Dodgers all the way. Stop talking.
Danny, is it Dodgers
beep.
all the way?
Stop talking beep about my Dodgers. Thanks. Okay. All right.
I don't think we were talking
We
beep.
were giving them a compliment, Danny. You gotta take the
I
compliment.
even said that 3 of their players are going to get 3 home runs each in the series.
Each. A row. A row. All right. On the 11th, tomorrow.
Hugo, still watching ads, Hugo?
We've made so much money on Hugo tonight. That's probably 4 or 5 cents. Yeah, loaded. UFL,
we gotta
man.
pick up the pace because we're already at 146.
UFL on the 11th tomorrow. Houston Gamblers at the DC Defenders. You're right, Ron. All right, who you taking? Houston Gamblers at DC Defenders.
I'm taking DC Defenders.
All right. I mean,
at home.
I feel like you're gambling on this one, so I'm going with the Gamblers. You Gamblers. How can you not? How do you go against the Gamblers?
I don't know.
You went to sleep.
You
Brian.
should never gamble because when you gamble, you lose.
You do. But this one, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I feel it. So who you going with? UFL action. Gamblers. See, that's how you're supposed to say it. Gamblers at the Defenders. Defenders. It just doesn't sound right. Defenders. The Defenders. The DC Defenders. Dallas. He's going to G. We're way back.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's way back.
Hugo.
You now need baseball, Mets and Dodgers.
All right. Manny, I think that's Cards. So I'm going with the Gamblers, I'm going to say, Manny.
Yeah, that's the Gamblers.
That's Cards, Manny.
Gamblers Anonymous.
Is it soccer? Eric? Danny, no, it's the UFL, man. It's football, bro. Football. 99.9% of gamblers quit before hitting big. Yeah, that's a good stat. It's a good stat. LA.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to LA. Hugo. Okay. All right. What are we talking about, Eric? UFL.
The football league.
All right. And we are going to finish off here with the NASCAR Food City 500 in Bristol. Need a top 5 driver on. I am going with a man who runs this track extremely well, Kyle Larson.
I knew you were going to pick him.
Kyle
and
Larson.
I went the same way because the guy's won 3 times on this track. Yeah. 2021, 2024, 2025. He's going to make it 3 straight on this track. So I went with Kyle Larson. Mark it down right now.
Gamblers versus who? The wins. Defenders. The Defenders, Danny. Manny, if you got a driver, Hugo went with Larson. I'm going with Larson. Ron's going with Larson. The league where Drake May will end up because he's trash. Wow, Manny. Any games I missed? You got them all except for the UFL game, Hugo. Gamblers at Defenders. Just put your picks up on the chat. I'll write them down. We're going to get into our final thoughts, though, Ron. Our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first today. So I will give you. Okay, we're all going Kyle Larson, by the way. All right. Defenders for Danny. Got it. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate this the support. Tune in next week to see how you did.
You guys are great this week.
All right. So, Ron, my final thought is actually on the DOJ. What? Wait, now we're politics unfolded. But I am super excited about what they are going to do, opening an investigation into the NFL, inquiring about the TV deals that they have made, which force fans to have to pay for subscriptions to watch football games. We have been talking about this for so long. It is about time that this country and the government finally starts to punch back at the NFL, forcing fans to have to sign up for numerous subscriptions to try to watch a football game is absolutely ridiculous. Not only do you have to worry about trying to get the Sunday ticket with YouTube, Netflix, Prime, ESPN, NFL Network, all have to be paid for. The NFL is running such a scam of a deal because they know they are the top sport and people will pay for it. They're saying on average $800 in subscription fees that fans are paying to try to watch the NFL right now. Asinine. I hope the DOJ finds enough evidence to hold the NFL responsible and they change their practices. So great job to the DOJ for finally realizing that the fan of football is getting screwed. That's my final thought.
Yes, and I love it. That they're doing this. That is the top of the list on things that I am proud of that the government is doing. It's the only thing on the list.
I didn't say that either, but yeah. Netflix, I did say Netflix, Hugo. Yeah.
My final thought is basically about all this tanking talk now. Now, this is what everybody is talking about in the NBA because it came down that Memphis in the game, I think it's tonight, 96% of their payroll is sitting out this game so they can lose to try to get a better draft pick. 96%. I mean, it's so bad that if you're a fan, you could probably play for this team for the rest of the year. That's how bad it's getting. And the tanking is awful. Utah, another one. They're all doing it. Chicago's doing it. They're all jumping on the tanking bandwagon, and there needs to be something done because, yes, it may be done in other leagues, but nothing like this. Absolutely nothing like this. This is just blatant disrespect for the fans. The fans, in every case, both what Eric talked about and what I'm talking about now, always gets screwed. We're always the one to pay up for these players, pay up for the franchises, and when we go to the games, we don't even get the players in it. I'm tired of it, and I'm at the point where, you know what? I'll just go enjoy something else. I'll go take a walk rather than watch a game at this point because I'm fed up with it.
Agreed.
Almost every sport.
Agreed.
I'm not going to have anything left.
Yeah. No, I know you're running out of things. I will say this, Ron, tanks, but no tanks. All right, there we go. That's what this was about tonight. We appreciate it. Listen, I want to thank you guys tonight. You guys have been awesome. Hugo, Danny, Manny, you guys were phenomenal tonight. Thank you for joining us. Listen, tell your friends about it.
Danny.
Tell your friends about it. Join us next week, Danny, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. on the West Coast, so that you can be part of the whole show. We'd love to talk to you, Danny, every week. And then obviously like, share, follow our show, follow us on all our social media platforms, tell your friends about it. Check out Rhode Island Broadcasting. Great going on daily show every morning as well. We appreciate it. We're going to continue to grow. We want to see you help grow with us. So with that, Ron, I want to thank you for a great show. And every single week, I ask for one thing. We're going to get it someday. Peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded.